To search the Colin Library's databases, begin by going to the Colin homepage at colin.edu. Next, click on Libraries, which takes you to the Colin Library's homepage. The Colin Libraries have access to many different databases, and all of these databases can be accessed from the Colin Library's homepage in several different ways. For instance, clicking on the Databases tab, and then the Databases A to Z list, gives you an alphabetical listing of all of the databases. Click on the link for any database to access it and begin searching it. Or, click on one of the subject-specific tabs for a listing of all of the databases related to that broad subject area. In this video, we will focus on using the EBSCO Discovery search interface to search the EBSCO databases. Most of the databases we have access to are produced by a company named EBSCO. If an instructor asks you to do an EBSCO search, this is what he or she is referring to. To perform a comprehensive search of all of the EBSCO databases, enter your search term or terms into the keyword search field and click Search or Enter. If you are performing this search on campus, then you will receive your search results immediately. If you are searching remotely away from campus, then you'll be prompted to enter your username and password before receiving your results. Your username is your student ID number, and your password is usually your date of birth unless you've changed your PIN number. It's whatever the credentials that you use to log into your Colin email or any computer on campus. My search for global warming has yielded over 300,000 results. These results consist of books, ebooks, academic journal articles, magazine articles, newspaper stories, videos, and so on. One way to limit your results is to focus on one specific aspect of your topic, combining search terms using the word "and." In this case, I'm interested in finding information on any effect that global warming might have on coral reefs, so I'm combining the search terms global warming and coral reefs using "and." And now I have greatly reduced my search results. I've gone from over 300,000 to just over 3,000 results. Another way to limit your search results is to limit by source type. So if I want to find only those sources that are academic journal articles written by experts in the field, I can put a check by the academic journals box. If I want to just find newspaper stories or magazine articles, I can put checks in those boxes as well. In this case, I want to find only academic journal articles written on my topic. And so now I have reduced my results again down to 1294. Another way to limit results is to limit by publication date. So if I want to find only academic journal articles published in the last 10 years, I can use this slider to set the date range from 2012 to 2022. And now I have further reduced my results down to 972. To evaluate these sources, one easy way to expedite that process is to look at the abstract. So to see the abstract for any source listed here, click on the magnifying glass beside the source, click it, and you can see an abstract for that source. And so you can, the abstract is kind of a synopsis of the source, and you can get a good idea of what the source is about without actually having to go into it and read the entire article. To look at any specific source in greater detail, click on the hyperlinked title for that source, which opens up the detailed record for the source. The detailed record contains all of the information that you would need to create a citation for that source. This is the title of the article, and there are also the authors listed. The source gives the journal title, as well as the volume number, the issue number, the page numbers, and all of the information that you would need to create a citation for that source. Another way to create citations is to use the citation tool by clicking on the Cite link, which gives you a list of citations in various formats for the source. The various academic disciplines have their own set of rules for how they want source material cited. For instance, if you are in an education, psychology, social science, or science course of some sort, you might be required to use the APA, which is the American Psychological Association citation format. If you're in an English course, more than likely you would use MLA, which is the Modern Language Association citation format. And so here is an MLA citation for the source that we're looking at. One word of caution is that this citation tool does sometimes make mistakes. Sometimes the author's name is in all caps or something like that, or maybe it leaves out a particular component. Always make sure that you compare citations in the citation tool with any instructions or templates or examples that your teacher has provided you. And there's a note of caution here, review the instructions, and there's a link here for more information on citations, and it's telling you to make sure that you make any necessary corrections before using. In addition to the citation information, you need to be able to access the full text of any source that you might be wanting to use. And so there are links for the text provided along with the detailed record here. Let's go back to the result list and look at the 3 different ways that EBSCO provides text. The 2 main types of full text provided by EBSCO are HTML and PDF full text. Some sources have one or the other. So this first one here only has PDF. Another source might just have the HTML. This one has both. So let me show you the difference. So HTML is just the raw text of the source. It's just the textual information. It has no page numbers from the original article. Any graphical content would be represented as tables. So it's not going to have generally any photographs or any other kind of graphics that were in the original article. Whereas the PDF is an actual scanned image of the journal article itself, and opens up into this kind of Adobe Acrobat type reader. So you're looking at a scanned image of the article, so you do have the page numbers from the article, so it's easier to cite. And any kind of graphical content will be preserved as well. Any kind of photographs or tables, charts, things like that will be in the article. So if you're given the choice, if the source gives you HTML or PDF, always go with the PDF because it's going to be easier to cite and the information is just going to be more complete. Also, if you need to print this article, use the print feature in the reader, or you can download it as well. You can download the text of the article. So always go with the PDF if you're given choice. If you only have the HTML, then you would be limited to using that, which is fine, but PDF is the better choice. The other method of accessing text is sometimes they don't provide either one of these. They have a link that goes to an external site, usually a publisher site, which will give you the full text for like this source. You have to go to an external site to actually read the text. Now, in addition to accessing the citation information and the full text, you need a way to keep up with your results. And so one way to do that is to add your results to this folder here. Your teacher may have told you that you need 5 sources or 10 sources for a paper or a bibliography, a works cited list. And so you can kind of go through this list and pick out the ones that are the most useful and kind of collect them and keep them in a folder. Now, in order to keep them in this folder indefinitely, so that if you do research today, I want to do your paper next week, and you want to come back and be able to find them in this folder, you have to be signed in to an EBSCO account. And if you don't have an EBSCO account, then you would have to create one. It's free and it's easy to do. So if you click on the sign in and you don't have an account, then you would click on sign up, and then enter your name and your email and create a password and that kind of thing. Once you create your account and are logged in, then anything that you add to your folder will remain there. If you're not signed in to an account, then anything that you put in this folder will be lost. So as soon as you close out your search session, everything in the folder will disappear and you'll have to do your search all over again. So be sure to sign in. I'm signed in to my account, and right now my folder is empty. To add items to the folder, simply click on the plus sign on the little blue folder by any source that you want to keep. So I'm going to click on the plus sign here, and now you see the folder changed from blue to yellow and has a piece of paper sticking out of it. It's kind of a manila folder now, and the folder up here has a piece of paper in it indicating that there's something in there. So I'm going to go through here and add, say, 10 items to my folder. Maybe my teacher told me I needed 10 sources in a bibliography, and so I've gone through here and I've evaluated the best ones, and I've picked them out and added them to my folder. Now that when I click into the folder, if I'm doing my research today and say next week I want to come back and write my paper and be able to log into the folder, I can retrieve those items by logging in and clicking on the folder. Now all 10 items are in this folder, and so at this point I can click on the hyperlink for any of the titles, go in, look at the detailed record, click on the text, read the text, do anything that I need to do with this source. One thing that you can do is you can either select individual items or select all of the items in the folder, and then you can either save or print. So if I click on save, then be sure to specify which citation format you want to use by clicking here. I'm going to choose MLA, and when I click save, and whether you print or save, it functions the same way. It's going to give you a works cited list. Now bear in mind, this works cited list is not in alphabetical order, and it's going to require some editing. The formatting and the indentation is not the way it should be, but it does give you your citations in a works cited list. It does give you links to get back to the record so that you can read the text. Any HTML text that's provided, any sources that have the HTML text will be provided as well. Any source that has only the PDF, that will not be included. You would have to go back and click on the link to get to that full text. Whether you're saving or printing, it functions the same way. If you don't have a way to save, if you're using a public computer, you can always email this to yourself. You click on that, and it works the same way. But that is a way to keep up with your search results. That's a way to print or save your results as well, and always be able to refer back to them. So that's basically how to search the EBSCO databases using the Discovery search feature. And any of the other databases, you can of course explore those on your own.